Good morning, seventh graders. Talk to you about your collaborative assignment that you have in your Google Classroom. This is first time we're doing this, so I want to go through it so that you have some tips, some ideas about how to get this done. And the first assignment that I did like this, I made very simple. There are two attachments that you can see here. One is the first five presidents. When you click on this, it opens up into this that has five readings about the first five presidents: George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and James Monroe. These five readings are going to be used by you and group members to complete the assignment. The other tab is where you complete the assignment. When you open this, and this is one of our groups, you're going to see that there are five boxes, or five rows, and each of those rows is for one of the presidents. And the first one is George Washington, second one is John Adams, third one is Thomas Jefferson, fourth one is James Madison, and fifth one is James Monroe. What you're going to do is with your group members, communicate a few different ways. You can click down here in the speaker notes and say, hey, I want to do George Washington. You should do John Adams. And you can talk about who's going to do each president. There are five group members. Each person takes one of the five presidents. Once you've decided who your president's going to be, you work on editing your president's row. So if me and my four group members, my partners, decide that I'm going to do Thomas Jefferson, then it's my responsibility to do the domestic policy. That means things that are happening inside the United States, and the foreign policy, things that are happening outside the United States. So I'm going to be going back and forth between the Thomas Jefferson reading and these six text boxes. So I'm looking at Thomas Jefferson, and again, you can make this bigger by zooming in. As I read through Thomas Jefferson, I'm going to notice there's domestic policy and foreign policy. So I want to find three events or three things that happened during his presidency that will go in domestic policy. Thing, three events or three important facts from foreign policy. And I'm going to put those where they belong here. When me and my group members are done, all of these should be filled in. One thing to make sure of, and I want to talk to you about this, when you click here, make sure you see that blue cursor. Again, you can make this bigger so it's easier to see. Make sure you see this blue cursor. Okay, if you don't see that blue cursor and you've just clicked on the box, you're not typing anywhere. And some of you to press on backspace or delete right away, and that's going to make the whole thing go away. Don't do that. If you do that, however, it's not the worst thing in the world. Just press Control Z, and the whole thing will come back. If you press Control Z, it's not working. Up here where it says All Changes Saved in Drive, you can see all of the changes that have been made. And if you go back to one of the versions that has what you had before, you get back. Or you can just email me, or you can send me a message. Again, you can send me a message on I Need Help page, which is in your assignments. Okay. I'm going to be online again from 9 to 11 and from 1 to 3, and I will help you with this. This is due on Thursday. You can also talk to each other in the classroom. This assignment, there are only 5 people who are going to see this assignment. This is Alvaro, Andre, the Bryans, Edward. And they can talk to each other, and no one else is going to see it except for me and the other group members. And that is because there are separate assignments. There are 30 of you, and so there are 6 separate assignments, 5 students apiece. You can communicate using that. Again, you can go in and say, hey, I'm going to do Thomas Jefferson, and then you were the first one that did it, so you get to do it. Or you can collaborate together and talk about it. Either way is for me, as long as all of these boxes get filled in by the time you're done. Again, this is on Thursday. Any questions? Again, you get to me in a few different ways. Good luck, and I will see you online.